Hi, this is Philip again, and in this video, we are going to continue what we done so far in our JavaScript tutorial. And in this video, we are going to transform into a React.js framework. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and let's try to look at what we done previously in our simple calculator app using the native JavaScript or a plain JavaScript or what we call a vanilla JavaScript. So what we done here, we implemented with the different approach like the prototype and the class base. And now we are going to transform this completely into a React base. So let's close this window and then let's open our terminal. Then if you are going to create a first app React, then it is required you to install a Node.js. Then I think my system is already done with that. Then I think I have the latest version of Node. Then I have also in along the way it was also installed the npm. And then now I'm ready to execute this command npx. Then create React app. Then the name of your React app, like for example, simple calcu calcu calculator React or hold on React calculator. Enter. And in this moment, I think it will take a little bit longer, so we're gonna just post this video and let's come back later. All right, so I think it's done. Then think let's open this new created folder, and I think what is that is a simple React calculator. Open it, and then these are the folders, modules, public source. So I think most of this app sorry, the files that added are not really necessary to be here, so we're gonna remove this. And I think app, oh, we don't need that. Then index, probably we need that later. We don't need that. We're gonna do the simple, a simple uh, application logo. We don't need this. Report vital. Maybe probably if you want to test that it is bind to the performance evaluation. So if you need that, then you don't need to remove. But I think we don't need that for now. Set up as well. Then up. Okay, so we just leave it like that. I think here we're gonna remove this because we already removed the logo. And then here gonna remove this container. In index we have removed this index.css. We need the React DOM and the vital. I think we don't need that, and I think that's fine. Then we're gonna remove this line. All right, so I think that is better now. So we're gonna save this. Then let's try to run what will be the rendered into the browser. All right, I think it's empty. So now we're gonna start to create our own components. Then our main components, or what we call our parent container, is the app.js. So what I'm gonna do here, we're going to build, if you look at back our calculator, we're going to create a component for this text output and the buttons. So I think that's it. Then let's go ahead here. So probably I want to create a parent container. So probably I will create a new folder, sorry, components, like that. Then we're gonna create a parent container, calc.js. Then here, what I want is to export default function and the return. Then container div class name, I'm gonna say cal container. Okay, so this is our parent container. Then let's try to save. Then let's go back to the app. So I want to replace this. I'm gonna import that uh, calculator. That's it. Then here we're going to remove this as well. Remove that. Then I will just add this HTML. Save. Then what it's happening here? Unexpected default export of anonymous function. Okay, sorry guys. So this is the one that I forgot to name my function. Should be like that. Then refresh. Okay, so let's go to sync console if anything is having some issue. Nothing else. Then let's go back. Then now we are going to create the input box. I will say calc input.js. Then here the same way, export default, then function, then the name of your file name, input, then return. Then here we're going to add the input element, type will be text, then oh sorry, should be like that. All right, input text, we don't need a value yet, so I think that's the one thing. Okay, let's try to add empty value. Then next one, we're going to add this component to our app. So what should we do here? We're going to add this import calc input. Then here probably we need to use the normal tag close entrance HTML tag and closing HTML tag. Then here I will going to calc the input like that. We're gonna save. Then let's go back and React, refresh. Nothing's happened. Okay, so it seems it's not working here. The component return. So what will be? Oh, sorry. I think this is not the right one. Okay, so we're gonna go back. What it should be. The right place to inject this is in the container, the parent container. So here we are going to import that, then add it in here. Sorry guys, so that's the one thing I mess up. Okay, save. Okay, can't resolve. No problem. It's gonna try to import again and calc input. Okay, save. Then it's here now. So now what we need to do is to add the button components. We're gonna call button.js, and here I'm going to export default, then the name of your function, call button, then return. Then here we're going to add the h tag. Oh no, sorry. Then HTML button tag, type button. Then here we're like, for example, we're going to add 7. Then let's go back, save, refresh. Okay, so we're not injected yet. So let's go back to our the parent container. So it should be here. So okay, so we're gonna import, or you can try to run it here, add directly, and it will also automatically add those import syntax at the top. Yes, that's it. Then now we're gonna look at back. So here, so what we're gonna do here, because we don't want to add a multiple buttons, so we are going to put it into a loop. So we are in a parent container, so this is the right place. We're going to initiate all of those variable, like for example the button. I'm gonna say button btn label should be a variable, should be an array. So we're gonna inject all of this value 789, gonna, okay, 789, then is that plus, so it's a string. Then next is 456, then minus 456, then minus, next is 123 asterisk, 123 string asterisk. Next is 0 dot division equals, next is 0 0 string dot string division dot equals. All right, that's it. Okay, now we're gonna have this warning: btn label is assigned, but the value will never be used. So we're gonna apply this value here. So what we're gonna do, we are going to map this array. What we are going to execute is the curly bracket btn, then map, then a variable, we will say btn arrow function, then here return, or we don't need that, we're gonna just exactly execute this call button, then like that. So we're gonna remove this, then gonna save, and let's look at what exactly happening here. Okay, so we got it, this all of the variable. Now we see here it's just added number 7. So what we need to do is to push a prompt. So what things we need to do, we're going to add a prompt here, then the value of btn. Let's try to console so you will really understand what exactly happening to this. So btn, save, then let's do the console. You see that they're all added to that. Okay, now I think we need a key. So it's required a key for the button, and there's also an on change. Later we're gonna fix that. Then here I will add an index variable in my argument here, btn, then index. Then here in calculator we're going to add k, then index. Save. Let's go back. We're gonna refresh if still there a problem. Alright, so it's removed, it's gone. So we just leave it this as of this moment. They're gonna give back that, fix that later. So here what we have to do in our calc button, we're going to pass the prompt, and the prompt will be num, and then the num should be placed here. Okay, num. Gonna save, and let's try to look at what we have. Alright, so I think it's working. Now let's try to apply our HTML. In here we're gonna use the same way what we done in our native calculator. Grade, then here grade column template column. Gonna sort it out by 4 rows. Repeat, then 4 fr, and then we're gonna add a maximum width for this container to make look like a simple calculator. I'm gonna add a gap between them. I'm gonna say for px try. Alright, so that's good. 8. Then I'm gonna copy this. Then I injected this up CSS. Then copy the definition. Copy this one. Put it here. Let's try to save if it's reflected. Now it works. Now here I'm going to apply a span, a grade span, like grade column start from 1, then grade column start from end. Gonna see 4 increase. Alright, so it works. Then I will add a height to the box, then probably a font like that, then padding maybe 4 px. Now I'm going to apply this CSS input, because I only have one input. Then I don't care if this will hit another elements because we only have one, so that's not a problem. Okay, save. Then let's go back. Now here let's try to expand the button. That should be looks bit more bigger. Then font size 18 px. That's it. I think that's enough. Then here we're going to apply that definition, calculator button. Then here copy this, simply like that, maybe 18. Save, go back. Alright, so I think it's pretty setting up well now. So you have here, it looks like the same. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're going to display every time if we click this value, then it will add this automatically on the text. Okay, so I think there's a one thing that's missing is the text alignment. Here, gonna say text alignment right, save, and then okay, sorry. Here in our button, but this is our parent, and the parent is composed of multiple child elements. And what we have here, we're going to add a calc uh, on click event listener. Let's see, on click. Then here, what we're gonna do, we are going to add a function. Oh, sorry, the handler. Let's say on click, maybe num should be constant value, constant variable on click, then event like that. Then just try console, then event. Then here should be a num. Save. So let's try to go back, refresh. Let's do some error. No, nothing. You know, click 8 if it's rendering the console. Okay, so you see it's not rendering because we are just imported this actual calculator, and then we are just closing it like not a normal h tag. So what we're gonna do here, we're going to close it, something like that. Or I think that's nothing, that's not necessary. Let's gonna save. Then here, what I have to do is to push this event to this component. Then I think I need to add another prompts here. So you see on click. Then here we need to add another event. Then on click. We're gonna save and let's try if there is something uh, changes is done. All right. So it seems it's working now. So let's go back. Then I think what we had here is the target. I'm gonna use the target. If you see the logs earlier, we have this a multiple property on the button. Then I will use this target property. So if I will going to click now, it's showing me up like this. And then what I want to add a data attribute here, data num. Then num, then to into num prompt. Let's refresh. Then 5. Alright, so it's here. So I wanted to uh, log this out. Secret attribute data num. Save. Let's close 6, 5, 2, 3. Alright, so it's working now. So I wanted them to display here on the text box. So what I gonna do right now is to push this value on this element. Okay. So then what we need to do, I think we need uh, use state because cal input requires us use state in when it comes to changing value. Alright, so what we have to do here, we're going to add a prompts again. Gonna see num, and then will be we're gonna say cal num. Then here on change event that then should be a handler. We're gonna change num. All right. So here we're going to add another new handler. We're gonna say on change num. Then event is equal to, let's see, console. Let's try to console first. So event. Oh, let's do that. Okay. Save. Let's see, value. Save. Cal num is not defined. Now this cal num variable we are going to use state. You can see constant array, and then we're gonna see cal num, then set cal num, then is equal to use state. Then the use state is added. Then initially I will going to add it a string. Then here we say set cal num. So this is the another method that we're going to change the value of this cal num variable. I'm gonna save, then refresh. Then if we're going to click that 4, 5, 6. Now it's not reflected because we don't have we don't set this method yet. So what we're gonna do here, we're going to use that method, then add this event target that value, and then if we're going to refresh, then let's try to click 5, refresh 5, 6. Okay, so we're not provided the prompts for value. So what we're gonna do, we're going to set up something here. So then I think we need to add another set of prompts. Let's go back here. So what we did, we add a num again to this element. Let's go back, add that prompt. Then the same thing, we are also adding an event to this element. So what we are going to do here is to do the same way on what we done in our buttons. We're gonna apply the prompts, then here on change, then is equal to the prompts passes to the parent container. Save. Let's go back, refresh. If I were going to click 5, so if you see here, it's no longer I mean, we don't see anything now about this error earlier about the change. So what we are missing here, probably this not be the right one because this is a button on change. Oh, sorry, this should not be here. So what I gonna do should be placed in on click. Then this is the right way. I'm gonna refresh 8, 9. All right, so it's working now. So I think what we are missing here is to add first the column variable and plus string operator. Refresh. So 5, 6, 7, 9 plus 6 equals. So now we are going to add a condition in uh, our on click event. So what we have to do here is to Mm, Copy this, then add this condition is equal to string comparison, then copy like that. If it's equal, or sorry, else should be place this here. Then the other one should be the same way, but the one thing is that we need to calculate this value. So we're gonna add eval, then encapsulate this variable, and then I think this error, it seems that it's a hint that something will be harmful to your eval if we're not appropriately use it in the way what we are doing right now. So I think this is okay. So I will just add a line here so it will ignore that error. Gonna save, then run it again. Okay, so we didn't see the error anymore. Then 9 minus 6 equals 3. So I think that's good. So it seems everything is working pretty well. Equals minus 6. Wow, that's good. I think it's completely done pretty well. Yes, I think that's it. So you see here, it's too simple what we done. We added three components. This is the container, this is the button, this is the input. And I think in the app, we just added this component from this. And then we used to render it by default on this index.js. Alright, so I think that's it. Then if anything you find that it is useful to start your React app framework, then I think this video will help you a lot. Thank you for watching and hoping to see you again. Bye for now.